So today we have learned the forgiveness therapy. So create a circle, facing them. Um, that's, something I learned from my transpersonal hypnotherapy teacher. She used to call it forgiveness therapy. Her name is Lydia Wilson. And basically, it's just being there in front of the person until you see that everything was expressed, everything was released. She was not using the tube. This is something, that I added to use the tube and the purple flame and all of this. This is really part of the protocol on its own. But the idea of there is now resentment, there is abuse, there is sadness, something has been damaged, and we need repair. So when you get to a situation like this, you call all the protagonists of the situation and you stay there and they exchange, they exchange, they exchange. Next time, I will explain you about the Gestalt therapy. The Gestalt therapy is when you step into the shoes of the so perhaps the abuser or the person that is in front, okay, and stepping into the shoes of this person allows you to see it from the point of view of the abuser. And when the abused is inside the shoes of the abuser, suddenly he's able to realize that there is nothing personal. All the movies that are happening in the head of this person, and suddenly, oh my god, it's disentangling the drama. So we will do that another time, perhaps the next session or the session after, we'll see. And so now you already have that very important aspect, that is to continue the conversation and the clearing until you get to a point where the person can say, really, I forgive him or her from the bottom of my heart, and it's sincere. Yes, Irene.
You said in the case that you shared before that the father didn't want to reconcile, or he didn't want to forgive. What do you do in this case?
So it was not that the father didn't want to forgive her.
Uh-huh.
The father didn't want to, and this is something else. This is not part of the forgiveness therapy. This is like really expanding. In this case, I expanded to call people from the lineage, from the ascendant, just to find out, because I was curious to find out what happened in this situation. And when we called all these people, we found out that they were all ready to heal. So we started a transgenerational healing session, collective healing session with light and everything. And the father didn't want to heal. He did not have anything against her, because if he still had something against her, then we would need to bring her to the point where she accepts that sometimes some people can have resentment and it's okay.
Yeah.
So in this case, he just didn't want to participate to the healing circle because he was too hurt. So in this specific case, for her, the difficulty was to accept a surrender to the idea that her father doesn't want to heal, because at the moment he's sick also. And he's in a hospital and she's very worried for him, and she feels so helpless and powerless that she cannot force him to heal. And so in this case, it's about reminding her that he has free will and she cannot endorse the responsibility of his healing on her, and to make sure that she doesn't carry more than what she's supposed to. Okay.
And I have another question. Is it always easy to bring the person, the consultant, to this point where he or she is able to see all the family in the circle? And so, because it's some people
So,
are more visual, some are more difficult to, because you're talking about hypnotherapy, and I can
yes.
understand that it's not something
Yeah,
available for everybody.
absolutely. Not everyone is able to do that.
Uh,
Um, but slowly, slowly. So, for example, this didn't happen the first session. So, slowly, slowly, when she built up a trust and she saw the things were happening, she was like, okay, she was more open and ready. And so, it's your job to give them confidence, the confidence that they can do it. So, we will speak about that. Please remind me. We will do one specific session especially for that, how to bring, please not that Irene, so you remind me, how to bring the person to the place where they are able to really play the game. And so sometimes it's a lot of resistance at first, so you cannot do this type of session in the beginning. You need to build a kind of trust first with the consultant. When the consultant already is like, way, okay, because even if they heard a lot of things, good things about you, and usually they come to you because they did heard a lot of good things, they might think that with them it doesn't work. Everybody tried to do on me this, and on me it doesn't work.
mhm.
You know? So they might, and of course, the more cerebral, the more left brain people are, the more work you have to do to
Yeah.
prepare. But eventually, at some point, slowly, slowly, we will do one session for that, how to prepare people.
Yeah, because I think particularly now with so much information, the constant streaming of information and notification and all the flashes during the day, people are really stuck in the left brain. And then you add on whatever medications so many people are taking as well. So like we talked about, like you said, we were 6 weeks in when we got to the mirror, but like we're not even at the same starting point because there's people are really stuck here and with so many substances and
Absolutely. You, for example, when you started, it was after a few months of Bali.
right. Yeah,
Mordechai
totally.
had, I don't know how much ayahuasca in the ayahuasca shoot before. Irene, don't even tell me about it. Rachel, she also went through Bali. Jessica, she had a few sessions before she started. So yeah, and that's why like actually every group is completely different.
Hmm.
Every level one is a complete different movie, you know, because you really take people where they are.
Right.
So this group, this last group that I had, it was a difficult one, very difficult one. And when people don't have any background at all of this type of work, they need a good introduction,
Yeah.
So you need to give this introduction, and we will speak about that.
Great.
Okay, amazing.